Ever felt like you were on a project where the project manager, well, didn't seem to have much actual clout? Like they were asking nicely instead of
Oh,
directing.
absolutely. It happens more often than you might think.
Today on the deep dive, we're looking into exactly that, figuring out the kind of organizational setup where project managers typically have the least formal authority.
And we're drawing on some solid insights for this, specifically from Project Management for Project Managers by Orlando Casabon.
Right. So, have you ever been in that situation, maybe on a team, where the person supposedly leading the project just couldn't seem to, well, make things happen? Let's unpack the structure where that's most likely.
It really boils down to how the company itself is put together.
Yeah.
The organizational structure has this massive impact on a project manager's actual power and what they can realistically do.
Yeah, it sets the stage for everything. So, when we talk about these structures,
hmm
which one leaves the PM with the, let's say, the weakest hand?
That would almost always be the traditional line organization. Sometimes it's called a functional organization.
Okay, line or functional? Why there specifically?
Well, think about how those are set up. You've got your
Yeah.
silos, right? Engineering, marketing, finance, whatever. People report up within their function.
Ah, so the project team members don't actually report to the project manager.
Exactly. They report to their functional boss, the head of engineering, the marketing director. That's who does their performance reviews, assigns their main tasks.
So if you, as the PM, need something from, say, an engineer on your project.
You're essentially asking their real boss for their time. And you, the PM, often have zero formal control over the project budget for their work or even getting them assigned to your project in the first place.
Hmm. Okay, so you're not controlling the resources, people, or money. Your role sounds more like a coordinator, a facilitator.
That's a great way to put it. You're coordinating efforts, trying to keep things moving, facilitating communication between these different functional groups, but you don't have the direct authority.
No sticks and carrots, really.
Pretty much. Your main tools are influence, negotiation, persuasion. Building relationships with those functional managers is absolutely critical.
You have to convince them that your project matters to their department's goals.
Precisely. It's a very different skill set than just directing a team that reports only to you.
It makes sense when you think about it. And I guess this contrasts sharply with other ways companies organize projects.
Oh, definitely. Like in a purely project-based organization, the PM is king, essentially. They have full authority over the project team and resources.
And then there are those matrix structures too, right? The blended ones.
Right. You've got strong matrix, weak matrix, balanced matrix. And the PM's authority varies quite a bit, depending on which type it is. Strong matrix gives the PM more clout. Weak matrix is closer to the functional setup we've been discussing.
But the main thing for today's focus is that in that line or functional setup, the power really sits with the department heads.
That's the key takeaway. The functional managers hold the reins for resources and personnel. The PM operates with minimal formal authority in that specific structure.
So understanding that dynamic is crucial if you find yourself managing a project in that kind of environment. It helps set realistic expectations.
Absolutely. Knowing the playground rules helps you figure out how to play the game effectively. It tells you how you need to operate, focus on collaboration, communication, building those bridges.
It really explains a lot if you've ever been on a project and wondered, why doesn't the PM just tell them what to do? Sometimes they simply can't.
Exactly. The structure dictates so much of the reality on the ground.
So for anyone wanting to really get a deeper handle on these project management principles, and especially how different company structures affect a PM's role, we definitely recommend checking out Project Management for Project Managers by Orlando Casabone.
It lays out these concepts very clearly, a really valuable read.
Thanks for diving deep with us today.